Hello everyone, and welcome back to Saturday Night Horror. It has been quite a while since I've done an episode of Saturday Night Horror, as you know, so hopefully I remember how to do this. So for the return of Saturday Night Horror, I'm going to be watching a movie that I've never even heard of until a few days ago. I saw it, I kind of laughed because of the name, and then I read the plot, and I said, okay, it's something I'm interested in. Today, for the first time ever, I'm going to be watching HauntedWeen. That name is just so ridiculous, it's hilarious. HauntedWeen. Hey, Bella. So yeah, HauntedWeen is about a haunted house that apparently some of the killings are not part of the fun. They're not part of the act. They are real. That's the gist of what I got from reading it, and I'll be able to explain more what the movie's about once I actually watch it. So apparently we have a haunted house, and the killings that are going on in the haunted house are real and not part of the show. So I'm definitely interested in watching this. So yeah, so that's gonna be our movie. For our meal tonight, I'm going to make some meatball subs. We got leftover meatballs, plenty leftover meatballs, and we got some sub rolls, so why not make meatball subs, right? So anyway, that's our agenda for tonight. Our movie, HauntedWeen. That sounds like a penis movie, HauntedWeen. But yeah, HauntedWeen is the movie. Meatball subs is what's for dinner. So without further ado, let's go out to the kitchen, let's get these subs made, and we'll start our movie.
Let's go out to the kitchen. Let's go out to the kitchen. Let's go out to the kitchen and have ourselves a snack.
Alright everyone, here's our ingredients for our meatball subs. We've got the meatballs. These take 48 hours to thaw out, so they've been out for a while. I'm going to put them in the microwave for about 3 minutes. Then we've got our sub rolls, and we forgot the cheese. Got to have mozzarella cheese. So there we go. Alright. So I'm going to put these meatballs in the microwave for 3 minutes, and I'll be back to put these subs together. Alright, so I put these in the microwave for 3 minutes. Now I'm going to cut the meatballs in half and put them on our sub rolls here. So let me set you up on the tripod and we'll get these things put together. Alright, so I'm going to try to do this view here. Hopefully my arms don't get in the way, and they might. So what I'm going to do, I got 2 plates here. This empty plate, I'm going to take the meatballs, just cut them in half, and put them on the roll. And we'll just do that all the way down. I think we've got enough meat. I think we've got more than enough meatballs. Yeah, and then yeah, just repeat that. So let me finish that up. Be back when it's done. Alright, so we got the meatballs on the sub rolls. So now I'm going to add our mozzarella. And Bella sees something out the back door. That'll be one of the cats that comes to see her at night. And yes, I washed my hands before I started making this, in case anyone was wondering. I hope I wasn't blocking the whole view that whole time. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll put this in the microwave so we can melt that cheese. I'll start with 1.5 minutes, and if we need to go a little bit longer, we'll go a little bit longer. So I'll be back when that's done. Okay, so 1.5 minutes was plenty. We'll put the tops on here. Now the bottom of these are extremely hot, so I'm not going to be able to pick them up and eat them right now. I'll have to let them sit there for a little while and cool down. So let me throw this paper towel away. So I'm going to have to let them cool for a few minutes before I'll be able to pick them up and eat them, which is fine. I mean, I've waited this long. It's 10:05 p.m. I could wait a little bit longer. Olympics will be over tomorrow. Okay, don't be sad because I love the Summer Olympics. So I'm planning on still being around for the next Olympics in 2028, and I would like to actually go. So we'll see what happens. All right, so we got our meal. Let's get our drink. Okay, Olympics blocks the video. They've been blocking videos. All right, set up our movie here. HauntedWeen, 1991. Oh boy. Hopefully it's a good one. How long is it? Hour 27 minutes. Alright, well, gonna watch the movie, gonna have dinner. I'll be back with you when it's done. Bye, Bella. Okay, the movie is done. And surprisingly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm getting tired, man. It's 11:40 p.m. I'm getting tired. So yeah, this movie surprisingly was not as bad as I thought it would be. It was actually pretty fun. It's pretty fun, pretty entertaining. Unfortunately, the real fun doesn't start, until the last half hour. So for the first hour, you're kind of getting a backstory of something, and then you see current events, what's going on. But yeah, I just wish there was a little bit more of the action, but the last half hour was great. So basically, at the beginning of the movie, we have a young boy named Billy who apparently his family runs a haunted house, and he's the guy outside taking the money to get in. And you kind of, when you see Billy, you kind of think, there's something off about this guy. Something's not right. And we find out very shortly after that there is definitely something not right with Billy. Something happens in the house, and Billy and his mom disappear. They run away. Fast forward 20 years later, Billy's mom passes away, and he says, "It's time to go home, Mom." And he loads her dead body into the back of his van, and he drives away. Not weird at all. So the main plot of the story is we have a fraternity who basically they're not going to be fraternity anymore unless they pay their dues, which is $3,000. So they're trying to figure out ways to raise money. And the fraternity president, leader, I guess president, he drives by the old haunted house from 20 years ago, and he's like, oh man, that's the old, I can't remember what it was called, the old so-and-so house. That would be a great haunted house. Well, lo and behold, later on in the film, Billy himself knocks on the door of the fraternity and tells one of the fraternity brothers that the old abandoned house, which unbeknownst to the fraternity brother belonged to Billy, would make a great haunted house, and gives him the keys. Not suspicious at all. So basically, the fraternity brothers, they go to set up the haunted house. Now, as they're setting up the haunted house, some of them are getting killed off one by one by a mask killer. And mask, I mean like the monster mask. And then the haunted house opens, and yeah, we all know it's Billy, because he's wearing the same clothes, just with a mask. Billy is killing people. That's my phone going off. So yeah, Billy is killing people, and Billy has set up a room in the haunted house called the Killing Room. Now, how none of the fraternity brothers noticed this, I didn't notice this, I don't know. But Billy has his own room in the haunted house called the Killing Room, where the people that he did not kill, that he just, knocked out, he has them in the Killing Room, and he waits for people to come in who think it's part of the act, part of the haunted house, and he kills them for real. And some of the kills are, you're just like, oh man, because it's all practical effects. They're not particularly gory, but you look and like, oh god, I hate that. This sucks to be you. There was one ridiculous kill where Billy takes a baseball bat and swings it and knocks a guy's head off, and then you see like jagged chunks, like where his head, came off his neck. That was a bit ridiculous, but overall, like, the kills were just, like I said, not necessarily graphic or gory. They're just like, oh god, that sucks. So yeah, I will say the ending of the movie was absolutely ridiculous. I'm not going to spoil that for you. I think I've spoiled enough. Absolutely ridiculous ending, which does set up for a sequel. Now, was there a sequel? I have no idea. I don't even know if this came out on home video, VHS, DVD, or Blu-ray, but if it did, I'm going to look it up. If it did, this is definitely one that I want to add to my collection, because like I said, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I actually had fun watching it. And I always like that. I always like when I watch horror movies for the very first time and I end up enjoying them. So from what I read, most of this was filmed in Kentucky, and most of the actors and actresses were from the university. So you don't have any, top name celebrities, recognizable actors and actresses in this movie, and that's good. One thing about horror movies, I don't like when a horror movie has a well-known person in it, like a well-known actress or a well-known actor, because that just takes away from it to me. I'm like, you have this A-list celebrity in a horror movie, like, oh, they're not going to die. They're going to be the lone survivor. But if you have a bunch of actors, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but that you've never heard of before, that gets me involved in it, man, because you're looking at it like these are just normal people. You don't know if they're going to survive or not. Whereas if you have someone like, let's say if you put Johnny Depp in there, he's not going to die. Put Arnold in there, he's not going to die. I'm just naming like celebrity. Y'all know what I mean. So I really enjoyed this one, man. This is one that I would definitely watch again. This is one I want to add to my collection if possible, instead of just having it on the flash drive. But yeah, goofy name aside, HauntedWeen. Every time I say HauntedWeen, I think of a killer penis just comes to mind. Maybe I'm just weird. But HauntedWeen was, it was good, man. I consider tonight a success. Tonight was a good night for Saturday Night Horror. Good movie, good food. Can't ask for anything more. So that being said, I think we're going to wrap it up this week. Now, I've done a lot of thinking. I don't know when I'm going to have the defibrillator put into my chest. Like I said in another video, I go for the consultation at the end of September. But if I'm able to, I have something special planned for Saturday Night Horror at the end of October. Planning on doing another marathon, if possible. We'll see what happens with the defibrillator situation. If I'm able to, we're gonna have a Halloween marathon, but that's in the end of October. We'll see what happens. No guarantees. So anyway, yeah, HauntedWeen, awesome. Check it out if you can. It was a good one. I enjoyed it. So, with that being said, on behalf of myself and baby Bella, who is somewhere, she ran off. Appreciate y'all watching. Thanks for joining us tonight, and we'll see you on the next episode of Saturday Night Horror. Y'all have a good weekend. Y'all take care.